What's up, guys? This is Echan from the Partial Gamers, and today we're going to be building a ridiculous $2,200 gaming PC, and this is going to be way more than enough. I just did this for fun, whatever. And feel free to copy this, and let's just go ahead and start. To put everything in, we're going to go with a Corsair Obsidian Series 800D full tower case, and this is huge. This is a monster. It actually has a front panel for your HDDs and SSDs. It's got a clear side panel, which is really cool because when you're paying a lot for parts, a lot of them look really sweet, and you want to look in and looks really sweet. So you've also got a fan directly here on the hard drives, which is going to keep everything cool. And this, because this thing is huge, and you've got an actual separate part for your PSU, it's going to give you amazing airflow, and this thing is going to stay very cool. And because it's very cool, it's going to be very quiet. For the motherboard, we're going to go with an Asus Maximus LGA 1150 socket Intel motherboard. And this is a really sweet motherboard. I like it a lot. It also has really cool coloring. I like the red. But that obviously isn't what matters. It's got two PCI 3.0 slots for your video cards, and two is definitely enough. I don't know, a lot of them come with three, but you also have your PCI Express X1s and your 2.0s for sound cards or whatever, or Wi-Fi adapters, whatever you want to put in there. And so you've got the LGA 1150 socket there, obviously, and you've got optional 4-channel memory slots. And here you actually have 4 USB 3.0 slots and 4 USB 2.0 slots, so sockets. So that's really cool. Give you plenty of options. And plus on here you've got some, I believe, in there, which is cool. So we're gonna move on. Sorry about that. We're gonna move on to the Intel Core i5 4670K Haswell 3.0. 3.4 gigahertz LGA 1150 socket processor, and this is a really sweet processor. It's Intel's newest generation. That's 4th gen Haswell, and it is because it's a K processor, it's overclockable to, I believe, 3.8 gigahertz, and this one you can actually do it with because unlike the Ivy Bridge 3rd generations, this runs very cool at a great 84 watts. A lot of people are probably wondering why I went with an i5 when I'm doing such an expensive PC when they're thinking I should have gone with an i7, but this is a gaming PC, so I'm not going to spend extra money on stuff for video editing because it's unnecessary, and this is going to be great. This is an awesome processor, runs very cool, and it's going to fit all of your gaming needs. For memory, we've got Corsair Vengeance 16 gigabytes. That's two 8 gigabyte sticks, and it's got the little rip jaw kind of design, which is going to disperse the heat from it. So that's another thing, your entire system is going to be very, very cool with this. And I got the red ones just because it kind of matches the motherboard, and like I said, because it's got that side window, you want stuff to look pretty sweet. Here, this is what's going to put the gaming in the gaming PC. We're going with an XFX Double D Radeon HD 7970. That's a 3 gigabyte DDR5 PCI Express 3.0 Crossfire support video card. And the 3 gigabyte is not something you see very often, actually. That's only in the top of the line ones. And not only are we getting this, but we're actually going to go with 2 of them. And we're going to do Crossfire, and that's what makes this PC so incredible. So you're going to go with 2 of these, and I would recommend hooking it up via DVI. You could also go HDMI, but whatever your preferences and whatever monitor you're using. And this also helped me decide what case I was going to go with because they are pretty big, and especially if you're putting 2 of them in there, you want it fairly open. So that's awesome right there, and that's going to really make your games run perfectly. Next, we're going to go with the Corsair RM series 850 watt 80 plus gold certified fully modular power supply. And this is a really sweet power supply. It's shaped differently than most of them. It's not like a perfect kind of cube type thing. And I like it a lot. It's 850 watts, which is going to give you more than enough power. But I want you want to be safe with this because you do have two video cards in the PC, and to add to the whole like the theme of this is to be very cool. We want it fully modular, so you can just put whatever you want in it, and you don't have to deal with stuffing cords in different places and all that stuff you don't like. Here for the CPU cooler, we're going to go with a Corsair Hydro Series H100i water cooler. And this is really sweet, and it's going to be perfect for the case as well. And I believe you might even have a spot for a radiator. I might be wrong, but either way, this thing's huge and it can definitely take it. And this is going to be great if you want to overclock it, which I would actually recommend you do with this processor because it does run so cool. This is what you're going to want to have to do it. So I highly recommend that. For a hard drive, we're going to go with a Western Digital Black 2 terabyte 7200 RPM 64 megabyte cache SATA 6 internal hard drive, and that's going to be that black is, I believe it's their Western Digital's best color. They've got like the color scheme type thing going on, and it's somewhat expensive, but you get what you pay for, and this is obviously great. So we're gonna go with that. 2 terabytes gonna give you tons of space, and we're gonna also go with a just not too great, but just something to have, a SanDisk 128 gigabyte SATA 3 internal solid state drive, and that's a 2.5 inch drive, and that's gonna fit just right onto one of these slots on your in your case, and that's great. You want that. You'll have ridiculously quick startup, and your games will run even better. Here we're just gonna go with because this is such a nice PC. I just thought whatever. Let's spend $70 and get a Pioneer Black Blu-ray burner, and whatever. Most people won't even use it, but I just kind of threw it in there for no apparent reason. And next we're gonna go to a Netgear dual band Wi-Fi adapter. It's only $80, and it's 300 to 867 megabytes a second, and that's really great. It's gonna give you as much Wi-Fi range or whatever that you need. I don't really have too much to say about that, but it's a nice one, and I'd recommend that one. And then we're just gonna go with a Microsoft Windows 7 Professional 64-bit. And that's just that. And a lot of people don't include that. A lot of people don't include a Wi-Fi adapter or an OS in their build video things, but I do, just because that really does add up. I don't think you should just not show an extra $250 that you're going to be putting into your PC. And the last thing, I just throw in two of these Rosewill 120 millimeter red LED fans, just because we've got like the red theme going on there. I thought it'd be pretty cool. You can put them wherever you want. This case has a million places you can put a fan, and so just do that, and it'll light up and look really sweet. And so that brings us to the end of the build, and here it comes to a grand total of $2367.34. But, and I did say the goal was to be under $2,200, but really, you really can beat it. In initial savings, you get a $30 and a $25 mail-in rebate card, which is going to save you tons of money. I highly recommend you send those in. And plus, Newegg constantly has deals, and I'm just guessing, I'm 100% sure you can get deals on this stuff and get discounts and take advantage of sales and, make it cheap. So this computer's a beast. Make sure to subscribe to us, the Partial Gamers, on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/partialgamers, and follow us on Twitter at Partial Gamers, and leave us a comment.